Yes, I'm grateful and give.
My name is Joshua Van Slyckman. Good evening and thank you for joining us. We tell you that Leader of the Opposition Aubrey Norton believes that not only should the government independently investigate the recent oil spill reported at the Liza 2 operation, but it also should publish the findings of the probe in the interest of transparency and accountability. It was on September 9th that a barrel of crude was reportedly spilled offshore during production activities. But even though more than a month has elapsed, the independent regulatory body of Guyana's oil and gas operation, the Environmental Protection Agency, is yet to issue a report on the incident. The opposition leader even called on the administration to ensure a credible investigation is carried out and reported to the people of the country, as he believes this would limit the scope for corruption. In other news, the government on Wednesday signed an agreement with a private local firm to supply 686 kilowatt peak electricity, equivalent to 0.686 megawatt of solar power, to benefit the residents of Mahdia Region 8. Prime Minister, Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips, who is responsible for the power generation, made the announcement yesterday. It is understood that the contract has been awarded to Standby Power Engineering Company to the tune of $362.4 million. The new 686 kp WP farm will be constructed on 1.7 acres of land and once completed will benefit over 2,884 residents. In other news, the government of Guyana has finally secured financing from the Islamic Development Bank to aid in the resurfacing of the Suzaik-Linden Highway. The government had requested from the bank a $120 million loan to rehabilitate the highway, and during a visit to Linden on Monday, President Irfan Ali informed residents that the loan was approved a few days ago. The Suzaik-Linden Highway is the main road link that connects Guyana's coast to the mining town of Linden and the country's interior regions. And in other news, as Guyanese remain steadfast in the demand for the renegotiation of the ExxonMobil contract, transparency and civil rights activist Dr. Yog Mahadio has reminded that British law firm Clyde & Co. Incorporated, an independent investigation release, stated clearly that this adventurous position the country was in when it signed a production sharing agreement without a better knowledge of its Stabroek Block oil wealth. The report highlighted that not only did the Guyanese government at the time wanted to know its oil bounty before signing the PSA, but it appeared that the Esso Exxon subsidiary pressured the administration to sign the document before revealing the Liza 2 resources. And we tell you now that with Guyana still in the first year of implementing the local content legislation, stakeholders are in agreement that it is too early to use metrics to determine its true impact. Until such time that a proper assessment of that nature can be done, there are certain inseparable realities which authorities will have to contend with going forward. How well they deal with such difficulties will determine the extent to which the country will be successful. The foregoing perspective was recently preferred by Dr. Leland Lucas, the founding dean and professor of management at the University of Guyana's School of Entrepreneurship and Business Innovation. Dr. Lucas said Guyana's success with its legislation is totally linked to how it deals with the current shortage of skills needed for the new industry. He posited that rapid skill development is critical not just for the technical aspect of the oil and gas, but also for the low-hanging fruits of local content. And in other news, the Ministry of Agriculture on Tuesday hosted a seed and seedling distribution exercise at its head office on Regent Street as part of its Agriculture Month 2022 observances. A similar event was hosted in May 2021 in observance of Guyana's 55th independence anniversary. Thousands of persons from communities across Region 4 turned up to the event expressing their interest in benefiting from the initiative, which saw a variety of fruits and vegetable seeds and seedlings being distributed, the ministry said in a press release. Persons who visited the ministry benefit from seedlings such as cherries, guava, passion fruit, sapodilla, pomegranate, and 18-month coconuts, as well as lettuce, celery, bora, watermelon, okra, poi, and pumpkin seeds. Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa, while offering brief remarks, said the government is keen on increasing Guyana's food production levels. And with that, we've come to the end of your evening newscast right here on Kaieteur Radio 99.1 and 99.5 FM. Allow me to remind you that you can get the full details of these stories and much more by picking up a copy of the Kaieteur News at the newsstand near you, or head across our website at kaieteurnewsonline.com. Coming up at 19 hours 20, it's going to be time for your weekly edition of Guyana's Oil and You.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching hundreds of thousands. Advertise today and watch your dollar grow. Call us on 225-8465 or 226-8210 today.